Ever wondered what a $1.3 billion TV series looks like? From sets built to last a decade, and a cast chosen from over 32,000 auditions? Stick around, because today, we're breaking down all the big details of HBO's new Harry Potter series, including every big cast reveal. Production plans, how it compares to the original films, and why fans are already calling this the biggest fantasy reboot of the decade. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe for more popcorn prime time. Let's get right to it. Let's start with the obvious question. Why reboot Harry Potter at all? The Warner Bros. Film series wrapped in 2011 with Deathly Hallows Part 2, grossing over $7.7 billion worldwide. It became one of the most successful franchises ever made. So why remake it? According to Warner Bros. and HBO executives, the main reason is faithfulness to the books. The films, while beloved, had to condense and cut major subplots, the deeper political themes in Order of the Phoenix, the full backstory of the Marauders, SPW and Hermione's activism, and complex character arcs like Neville's growth and Snape's layers. By doing a 7-season series, HBO says it can include the material fans have wanted to see for years. Each book will get its own season, allowing for longer story arcs and more detailed world building. This isn't just a series, it's one of the biggest television productions ever attempted. HBO and Warner Bros. Are spending over $1.3 billion on the project, with individual episodes expected to cost over $100 million each. For comparison, Game of Thrones peaked at $15 million per episode. The Rings of Power hit around $60 million per episode. This Potter series? Nearly double that. They've also committed to building new Hogwarts sets at Leavesden Studios, where the original films were made. But unlike the films, this isn't just for filming. It's being constructed as a long-term production village, with a private school for the child actors, workshops, stables for magical creatures, and new backlot expansions. Leavesden will essentially become Potterville for the next decade. Let's talk about the cast, which is probably the most sensitive part for fans of the originals. Harry Potter is being played by Dominic McLaughlin, an 11-year-old newcomer chosen from over 32,000 auditions across the UK and Ireland. He's mostly unknown, just like Daniel Radcliffe was in 2001. HBO is hoping for the same fresh face impact. Hermione Granger is played by Arabella Stanton, who has a theater background from the West End, where she starred in Matilda. She's described as naturally sharp and emotionally expressive. Ron Weasley is played by Alastair Stout, another newcomer with a few commercials under his belt but no major acting credits. This is a conscious choice by HBO to avoid casting already famous child stars. The adult cast includes more recognizable names. John Lithgow is Albus Dumbledore, an unusual pick, but he's an Emmy and Tony winner with dramatic weight. He's known for The Crown and Dexter, bringing both warmth and authority. Janet McTeer plays McGonagall. You've seen her in Ozark and Jessica Jones, known for playing sharp, commanding women. Paapa Essiedu as Snape, from I May Destroy You and The Lazarus Project, bringing a new, younger energy to the role. Nick Frost as Hagrid, bringing humor and warmth. You'll know him from Shaun of the Dead and Hot Fuzz. The Dursleys are played by Daniel Rigby and Belle Powley, while Catherine Parkinson plays Molly Weasley. And Johnny Flynn takes on Lucius Malfoy. Notably, Voldemort has not yet been cast, but Warner Bros. Has confirmed he will appear in Season 1, likely in flashbacks to Godric's Hollow, giving more backstory than the films ever did. So, how will this series differ from the movies? The films were 2 to 3 hours each, which meant large chunks of the books had to be cut or condensed. The HBO series has committed to exploring more classroom scenes and magical world building. The full Marauders' backstory, Dumbledore's complicated history with Grindelwald that was hinted at in the books but absent from the original films, political elements like the Ministry of Magic and wizarding media manipulation, and a deeper exploration of Hogwarts as a living world, not just a backdrop for action scenes. Francesca Gardner, the showrunner, said in interviews that the goal is not to outdo the films, but to tell the complete story that was left on the page. Filming began at Leavesden Studios in July 2025. This is the same site where the original films were shot, but HBO has expanded it. They're building a fully explorable Hogwarts castle set, not just partial rooms or green screens. New versions of Diagon Alley and Hogsmeade designed for long-term filming. A private, on-set school for the child cast, allowing them to stay in production for 8 to 10 years while continuing their education, and even magical creature stables and special effects workshops on site. This is not a set built for one season. It's built to last until at least 2033. So when will we actually see this? The first season is expected to premiere in late 2026 or early 2027, streaming on HBO and Max globally. Each book will be adapted into one season. And if production stays on track, the final season, Deathly Hallows, could air around 2033. This is a decade-long commitment, similar to what HBO did with Game of Thrones, but on an even bigger scale. One question on every fan's mind, what does J.K. Rowling think of this reboot? But more importantly, what does she actually say on the record? Rowling serves as an executive producer, and she's stated several times that she loves the authenticity in week-to-week adaptation. To finally see Knights at the Yule Ball in full depth excites me, she said in a Variety interview. From the original film cast, several alumni have offered enthusiastic support. Daniel Radcliffe tweeted, "I suspect this cast, especially the young actors, will carry things beautifully." Emma Watson, meanwhile, posted an early reaction photo of the first look set with the caption, "They're doing it right." Even Rupert Grint called the project ambitious and smart at a London event earlier this year. For book fans, make a note to watch for these details. The full Marauders-era flashbacks, glimpses of James, Sirius, and Snape at Hogwarts are rumored, and Snape may appear as a student in Season 1, before the timeline we know. The Time Turner subplot from Prisoner of Azkaban, which the movies cut short, is reportedly being restored as a significant character arc for Hermione. And if you visit Leavesden during filming, fans have spotted SPW flyers and house tables decorated for the Yule Ball, set pieces that aren't just decoration, but actually part of upcoming scenes. All of these notes, and many on-set Easter eggs, are being logged by Potter fans already. This is not just nostalgia. It's an entirely new layer of Wizarding World richness. Industry insiders are calling this the biggest financial gamble in TV history. Critics are split. Some say it's too soon to reboot Harry Potter, while others argue it's the perfect time for a more book-faithful, serialized version. Fans have mixed feelings, especially with J.K. Rowling's involvement as executive producer. But HBO has said her participation is required for canon accuracy, though she won't be in the writer's room. So that's the full breakdown of HBO's new Harry Potter series. Are you excited for a deeper, more detailed Potter adaptation? Or do you think the original films should have been left alone? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit like on the video, and subscribe to Popcorn Primetime for more real, no-fluff breakdowns of the biggest movies and shows you don't want to miss.